आनन्दलीलामय विग्रहाय हेमाभदिव्यै छविसुन्दराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रसप्रदाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गुर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is instructing Sri Sanatan Goswami about the various topics pertaining to devotional service. So I will continue reading from here. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also instructed Sri Sanatan Goswami to describe the symptoms of a holy man. Then next, the process of satisfying the sages. Then the value of rejecting the society of undesirable persons, and about hearing Srimad Bhagavatam constantly. So Mahaprabhu is giving all the sutras, hints. This is what Sri Sanatan Goswami is supposed to write down in detail about. So, what are the symptoms of a holy man? What is the process to satisfy the sages? What is the value or the importance or the essence in rejecting the society of undesirable persons? Pratikul bhav varjan angikar. To reject whatever is unfavorable in Krishna consciousness, and out of that, most important is the unfavorable association. So, rejecting society of undesirable persons, and the importance of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam constantly. Also, to be described were how to follow the daily, fortnightly, and monthly duties, how to observe fasting on the Ekadashi day, how to observe ceremonies like the birthday of the Lord, that is the appearance of the Lord, Janmashtami or Gaur Purnima, Nityananda Trayodashi, all these appearance day, how to observe fasting not only on Ekadashi but also on Janmashtami, Vaman Dwadashi, Ram Navami, Narsimha Chaturdashi. We have Narsimha Chaturdashi coming, appearing. So, uh, so that instruction, first instruction was given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself to Sri Sanatan Goswami. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also instructed Sanatan Goswami to explain that it is helpful in the advancement of devotional service to avoid fast days that overlap with other days, vidha. Also to be explained were how to establish temples of the Lord along with the general behavior, symptoms, duties, and occupation of a Vaishnav. There are certain occupations that a Vaishnav should definitely strictly avoid, because the four basic principles, the pillars of compassion, truthfulness, cleanliness, and austerity. So, any occupation that will um, that clashes with these four regulative principles should be definitely avoided. For example, the third principle is no gambling. But if somebody works in a casino and there they are, their earning itself is all the money that is coming from gambling, then such an occupation should be avoided. Or somebody is in the meat industry. Maybe their work is not to slaughter, but they are working in an industry like a tannery industry. So that clashes with the first principle of compassion. No meat eating doesn't just mean that no eating. So it is about compassion. So like that. And at every step, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Sri Sanatan Goswami should give documentary evidence from the Purans, not just write down the details and everything, but documentary evidence about all these things. Where has it been mentioned in the Quran with reference, with scriptural reference, so that suddenly random randomly people may question. They may raise questions, queries that who is Sanatan Goswami? What is the authority? What is the reference? Who has said this? And therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very particular that at every step, Sri Sanatan Goswami must give documentary evidence from the Purans. Thus, the Lord gave a summary of all the topics that Sri Sanatan Goswami should include in his book on the Vaishnav regulative principles. Sri Sanatan Goswami was a great devotee of the Lord, and he was directly instructed to spread the cult of bhakti by writing many books. There is a description of Sri Sanatan Goswami in the Chaitanya Chandrodaya, where it is said that Sri Sanatan Goswami was one of the most important personalities in the government of Nawab Hussain Shah. Sri Sanatan Goswami's brother Srila Rupa Goswami was also a minister in the government, but both of them gave up their lucrative government posts to become mendicants and to serve the Supreme Lord. They were in the highest position, they had all the wealth, all the power, all the respect, all the fame, um, whatever that one could. They also had personal beauty, anything that somebody can really desire for. They gave up all those things to become mendicants who would go door to beg alms just to serve the Supreme Lord so that they don't waste time in all these occupational duties and so that they can give their entire time or at least most of their time. They would not even go door to door begging for prasad every day also. They would just go once in a while when it was very much important just to maintain their body so that rest of the time they are fully engaged in fulfilling the instructions of the Supreme Lord. Externally, the brothers became just like ordinary mendicants, but their hearts were filled with transcendental loving service and a great love for the cowherd boy of Vrindavan. Indeed, Sri Sanatan Goswami was dear to all the pure devotees of his time. Everyone loved Sri Sanatan Goswami. So, with that, we come to the end of chapter 16. And by the mercy of Sri Guru and Gauranga, we start chapter 17. Lord Chaitanya, the original personality of Godhead. Following in the footsteps of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj. Who is Srila Krishnadas Goswami Maharaj? He is the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit. What is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit? It is the life, activities, pastimes, appearance, disappearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It also has the details of all his associates and all the dealings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with various devotees and others. That is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit. And that Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit is authored by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj. Following in the footsteps of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj, we offer our respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Shri Advaita Acharya Prabhu ki jai, Shri Gadadhar Pandit Prabhu ki jai. Today is the most auspicious appearance day of Shri Gadadhar Prabhu. Srivas Thakur ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is described as follows. He is the only shelter for the forlorn, the most fallen, and He is the only hope for those who are completely devoid of spiritual knowledge. Let us try to discuss His great contribution of devotional service. We are so fortunate, or at least I should say for myself, not everyone. I am so fortunate that I am the most fallen and I am the most forlorn, and I was completely devoid of all spiritual knowledge. Therefore, when we are aware of this position, that yes, this was my real situation, then we understand that gratitude comes, that yes, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is really the most merciful. There's a beautiful bhajan. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Tuma Bina Ke Dayalu Jagato Samsare. It says that, O Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Daya Karo More, please be merciful unto me. Tuma bina ke dayalu jagat samsar. In this entire universe, who is the most, who is more merciful other than you? Who is more munificent other than you? No one. There is no one. Nobody. Not even Krishna. Then, patita pavana hetu tava avatar. मोशामो पतितो प्रभु न पाइबे यार. This is most applicable to me, that patita pavana hetu, the purpose for your descending to this material world, the purpose for you appearing in this material world as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is what? To deliver the most fallen, who have no hope at all. So, O Mahaprabhu, you will not find anyone in this entire universe more fallen than myself. So, I have the first right to claim your mercy. Lord Chaitanya is described, we just read this. So, let us try to discuss his great contribution of devotional service. The supremely powerful Lord Krishna becomes manifest in 5 different features, Pancha Tattva. Although he is one without a second, Advaita, in order to serve the 5 specific spiritual purpose, he becomes manifest in 5 ways. The Lord himself manifests in 5 different potencies, in 5 different ways. Such diversity is eternal and blissful. So this diversity, how the Supreme Lord has manifested in these 5 ways, it is not that it is just for some time. It is to remain like this eternally. These 5 man, uh, different features, they are eternal and they are ever blissful. In contrast to the conception of monotonous oneness. In contrast to conception of monotonous oneness means the Mayavadis who think, or the Brahmavadis who think that by their meditation and by their dhyan yoga or whatever transcendental process they are doing, at the end of their life, they are going to merge in the Supreme Lord. So that is monotonous oneness. You merge into the Supreme Lord, what happens? There is nothing. There is no seva, there is no one-to-one relationship. Relationship can only be there when there are two persons, or at minimum two persons. Only then there can be relationship. What relationship can somebody have with themselves? Nothing. We are not amoebas and paramotiums. So so there is no relationship if there is just monotonous oneness. So in contrast to this concept, bogus concept, this diversity is eternal and blissful. From the Vedic literature, we can understand that the absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, eternally exists with his diverse energies. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared with full diverse energies, and they are five in number. Therefore, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is said to be Krishna with diverse energies. Okay, I will read this one more paragraph and then we'll pause for today. There is no difference between the energy and the energetic in regard to the Lord's appearance as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his four associates. So there is no difference between the energy and the energetic. What does it mean? Energetic is the source and energy is what comes out of it. But there is no difference between that energy and the energetic. The actual candle and the other candles, these five candles. No difference. In regard to the Lord's appearance as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his four other associates, who are Nityananda Prabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu is also the two Mahaprabhus. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Mahaprabhu. Okay. Then there is Advaita Prabhu, Advaita Acharya. He's called Advait. Why? Because he's not different from the Supreme Lord. Advait. Dvait means different, Advait means non-different. Gadadhar Pandit is the energy of the Supreme Lord. Ladini Shakti, Srimati Radharani comes at Gadadhar Pandit. And Srivas Thakur is Sri Narad Muni, again the energy of um, as a devotee. So that is also the Lord's internal energy only. As Srivas Thakur is also Lord's eternal energy. Among these five diverse manifestations of the Supreme Lord, that is, as the Lord Himself and His expansion, incarnation, devotional energy, and devotee. What is Lord Himself? Is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His expansion is Nityananda Prabhu. Incarnation is Advait Prabhu. Devotional energy is Gadadhar Pandit, and devotee is Srivas Thakur. There is no spiritual difference. They are five in one absolute truth. All this is actually the Supreme Lord in different energies. Pure devotee. This and devotees, pure devotees. So pure devotees of the Lord are also actually uh, the Antaranga Shakti of the Supreme Lord, the internal energy of the Supreme Lord. They're pure devotees. For the sake of relishing transcendental flavors in the absolute truth, there are five diverse manifestations. For the sake of relishing transcendental flavors. Now, if somebody is believes in that monotonous oneness, then what flavors can be there? There is no flavor. It's black and white. Not sure if there is black and white as well, but anyhow, so there is no flavor, no transcendental bliss, there is no relishing also. But because Lord is called um, Raso Vai Saha, he is the master and he knows how to best relish all the flavors. We may for example, if we talk of an ice cream and you ask somebody what is your favorite flavor in ice cream, somebody may say strawberry or chocolate, but for how long can they relish? There is a limitation to it. But Krishna knows how to relish each and every flavor in the best, in the topmost way, and that relishing never gets tired. It is limitless. That bliss is limitless. So for the sake of relishing the transcendental flavors in the absolute truth, not in the material terms, it is about the absolute truth. There are five diverse manifestations. These are called the form of a devotee, the identity of a devotee, the incarnation of a devotee, the devotional energy, and the pure devotee. Why here devotee? Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes as Channa avatar. He doesn't reveal himself as the Supreme Lord himself. He reveals it only to his most intimate associates, and his intimate associates know about it. But they all come in the form of a devotee. They are called form of a devotee, identity of a devotee, Nityananda Prabhu, incarnation of a devotee, because Lord is coming as devotee. Therefore, everything becomes in reference to the devotee, because Lord is coming as devotee, therefore everything is in reference to the devotee, Lord as devotee. So the Lord's form of a devotee, the Lord's identity of a devotee, the Lord's incarnation of a devotee, the Lord's devotional energy means devotee, the devotional energy itself. What does a devotee do? Devotional service. So the devotional energy, and the pure devotee who knows how to do it in the best way, how to do devotional service in the best way. So, Krishna willing, we'll pause here and uh, we'll pause here, and Krishna willing, we'll continue reading tomorrow again. So, thank you very much for your very kind association. Vancha kalpataru bheshta kripa sindhu evacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. जगत गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. श्रीला जय पताका स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय. निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे. हरि हरि बोल.
हरि हरि बोल. श्यामा करुणामयी माता जी की जय.
All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga.